Hi, I'm Jonathan Mozenter. I'm a mystic, a soul mentor, and I do something called psycho-spiritual stacking. And I've tattooed my core philosophy onto my arm, and I like to walk people through the tattoo and help them understand it so they can understand the wisdom that I'm trying to point to. So here we have this tattoo of Snoopy. Snoopy is in a magician's outfit, and he's my childhood stuffed animal, and he represents me in my inner child and grown up and happy. I wasn't always a happy person. In fact, I had a lot of struggle in life, and that's where I got this wisdom. So I want to go through the keys that help me transform from a person who was not living his best life to really loving life. I love life so much now that I could live forever. I know I'm going to be happy because I've discovered the secrets. For me, and now my rest of my life, I just want to share the wisdom so I can help other souls be happy who want to. I'm a volunteerist. And the first one is this one over here. This is the biggest one. Changed my life. It's a double vajra, and it represents Tibetan Buddhism, Vajrayana Buddhism, and it represents a lot of things. First, it represents the indestructible essence, and it's another way of looking in it of life that opens up more energy and more wisdom. And I'm a teacher of this and a deep student of it. In fact, it showed me how I can live beyond the life of Jonathan, reincarnation. In fact, even so much more, if you master these practices, you can actually choose who you are next, or if you don't want to come back into this plane. It's very powerful. And so the first key is to master your mind. To master your mind. Tibetan Buddhism went beyond Western psychology, and they knew things that Western psychologists don't. But I also include other Western stuff that I've learned, something called conscious language, which is like how to reprogram your mind through language, and somatic therapy called life-centered therapy, a transpersonal one, because a lot of the trauma is in the body. And I'm deeply trained in all of them. So these are part of my stack. So the next one, I'm going to go up here. And this is represents patterns of life. This is Ken Wilber's, who invented integral theory. He's a metaphysician. I'm deeply schooled in a lot of different metaphysics. This is probably my favorite. And it represents breaking down life into forces, and understand that the context is always has a lot of forces, and we are the composite of the forces. This also represents my other deep passion, which is organizational development, which is about the patterns of transformation. I've been studying, I have an MBA, I was an organizational development consultant, I studied organizational behavior, and it's about how to transform from where you are now to where you want to go. It's a whole process, and it's one of my favorite things. So it's one of the things I stack. So this is the second area. And then the third area is a little bit more forward, and this is the area that's, I think, a little bit lesser known. The energy bolts represent energy, and the one means directing the energy. So we want to increase the energy, and we want to direct it towards. In order to make our dreams, we want to figure out where we want to go, our desire body, and then in order to make our desire body, we have to master our mind, and we have to bring the energy into the patterns. So if you bring the right flavored energetics into the right part of the process, you take quantum leaps. Transformation goes a lot faster. So there's a lot of different energy modalities, but I'm just going to mention three that are three of my favorites. I use more than these three, but I'm just going to mention the three for now. So one is Chi Energy Heals. It's a quantum qigong by Sifu Jones, and it really ramps up amplitude. Your nervous system carries like a bandwidth, and it's a very cool practice. Not a lot of people know about it, and I'm a teacher of it, and I use it to stabilize the kind of energies I want to bring to the moment. The second one is something called Epi-energetics, also new by Donnie Epstein. And what it is it has a lot of energy distinctions. It's got language around energy, and when you understand how each of these energies feel, you can recognize what energies you're in, and you can ask, is this the energy I want to use right now, or do I want to use another one? And once you practice it, you can switch easily, and it's got a lot of layers to it. You can bring a lot of different energetics to the moment. I call it contextual being. If you want to master the moment, you want to assess using the patterns, like which energies do I need to master this part of the moment. And then the last one is about psychedelics, actually, and altered states, even like breath work. There's a lot, anything that's altered states, but definitely like psychedelics. Each of the psychedelics have different kinds of energy and flavor, and when you bring these all together, you really move rapidly towards your dreams, and then life feels like magic. It's about alignment. So you notice how Snoopy's got 2 feet here. He's very stable, and he's in equanimous, and he's happy because he knows where he wants to go and where he wants to and how to get there. So the last thing I want to mention is I like to help people. The process is to really first get into inspiration. Where do you want to go? Like, what's your dream? And then assess where you are and energize the gap using these 3 things. And when you do that, the dreams are inevitable both for yourself and for everyone else. So if you're interested in more, check out my website, mozenter.com, Mozenter. Thanks.